You want what?
Do I want what? A pigeon?
Yeah.
All right.
Okay, baby.
Ooh-wee, ooh-wee. Come along, little doggies. We're spending a day out in the countryside. We ended up booking a tour for the day. Really, it was just a bus that picked us up and dropped us off a couple of times. But anyway, we wanted to check out classic Dutch windmills and tulips. And to do that, we boarded a bus in Amsterdam that took us on a 30-minute ride to Zaanse Schans. After a few hours there, we would get back on the bus and drive about 45 minutes to Keukenhof to see the world's famous flower displays. And once we had our fill of that, it would be time to head back to Amsterdam and do whatever we wanted for the remainder of the day. The Zaanse Schans is a charming and popular tourist destination in the Netherlands, located in the town of Zaandam near Amsterdam. It's essentially a living museum showcasing the traditional Dutch way of life, particularly from the 18th and 19th centuries. The town is famous for its well-preserved and working windmills. These aren't just for show. Many were historically used for industrial purposes like sawing wood, grinding mustard and other spices, and mills dedicated to pressing oil. The town also has the only remaining working paint mill of its kind worldwide, even supplying pigments to institutions like the Rembrandt House and the Vatican. This all sounds kind of cool in theory, but my initial impressions of Zaanse Schans aren't that good. It was cold, cloudy, and drizzling on and off when we got off the bus, and none of the buildings were actually open. I pretty much walked as far as I could before there was nothing else to see, then turned around in disappointment and started walking back. On the return walk, however, roughly 45 minutes to an hour of being there, things started opening up slowly. We were able to get out of the rain by entering the paint mill, and for an additional fee, we were able to walk around and check out the machinery. Visiting a working windmill offers an interesting glimpse into the historical machinery and the processes they powered. We were able to climb the narrow stairs to see the gears, millstones, and other equipment in action and enjoy panoramic views of the Zaanse Schans from the mill deck. Zaanse Schans has a small little residential area filled with distinctive green wooden houses relocated here to recreate the look of a historic Dutch village. These houses are often well maintained and some are still inhabited. While you can't typically go inside the private homes out of respect of the residents' privacy, admiring them from the outside does provide a wonderful glimpse into traditional Dutch domestic architecture. Zaanse Schans has a number of workshops where you can witness traditional Dutch crafts being practiced, including but not limited to clog making, cheese making, weaving, and pewter casting. There are a bunch of little museums as well. We didn't check any of them out as our time here was coming to an end and we had to get back on the bus. However, we did stop at this little bakery and score a Belgian waffle. Alan also got a pic with the cashier. Then it was time to head to our next destination. Keukenhof, also known as the Garden of Europe, is one of the world's largest and most stunning flower gardens, located in Lees, Netherlands, about 45 minutes from Zaanse Schans. Keukenhof is only open for a limited time each year, typically from mid-March to mid-May, to coincide with the blooming season of its millions of spring flowering bulbs. While it boasts a breathtaking array of flowers, Keukenhof is most famous for its tulips. Over 800 varieties of tulips, in every imaginable color and shape, create a vibrant tapestry across the 79-acre park. Each year, over 7 million flower bulbs, including tulips, daffodils, hyacinths, and many others, are planted by hand to ensure a spectacular display. The annual planting of these bulbs is a meticulous process planned months in advance by Keukenhof's team of gardeners. They strategically layer different types of bulbs, a technique called lasagna planting or layer planting, to ensure a continuous bloom throughout the 8-week opening period. This means that different flowers will emerge at different times, offering a constantly evolving spectacle. The gardens were initially designed in the English landscape style in 1857, and this design still forms the basis of Keukenhof today, with winding paths, serene ponds, and surprising vistas. Even with a map, it's not uncommon to feel lost or think you're at one landmark when you're actually at another one. In short, Keukenhof is a sensory overload of color and fragrance, a must-see for flower lovers and anyone visiting the Netherlands during springtime. It's a testament to the Netherlands' leading role in the global flower industry and a beautifully curated experience that attracts visitors from all over the world. I don't really know anything about flowers or gardening, though I am a champ at growing dandelions in my backyard, and even I thought it was worth the stroll. This self-playing pipe organ was kind of neat. You can walk behind it to get a rough idea of how it all works. My ladies. I didn't do a very good job at eating Dutch cuisine on this trip, but I did score some frites. I got them in the traditional fashion, which comes with mayonnaise for a dipping sauce. It wasn't bad. I ate them while watching this dude play the saxophone. My favorite part of the day so far were these street performers. These ladies were walking around the park all day, stopping at various spots to do their little dance before moving on. Must be tough to be on stilts for hours at a time. Like, what do you have to do when you need to use the facilities? We may never know. Once we were done with Keukenhof, we boarded the bus and got back to Amsterdam. We revisited the damn square since it was mostly barricaded when we tried to visit yesterday. I'm not sure if the Royal Palace or any of the other buildings that make up the square were actually open, as Alan and I were too engrossed on playing with pigeons. Who could get the most pigeons on them at one time? Let's find out.
You want one?
Do I want one? A pigeon?
Yeah.
All right.
Okay, please.
Wait, I want to make one more. There you
Oh, I hope you got that.
Game over.
Today was Liberation Day in the Netherlands, so we spent a couple minutes looking at the displays at the National Monument. Then, we passed through a Pride Festival before visiting the outside of the Anne Frank Museum and pretty much calling it a night. After 3 days in the Netherlands, what is our final review? Alan gives Amsterdam a 7 out of 10, giving the architecture a 9, food an 8, culture a 10, and the red light district a 4. City exploration isn't really our thing, and Alan thinks checking out more of the countryside would be more up our alley. Personally, I give Amsterdam a 5 out of 7 pot leaves. It's worth checking out at least once. I'd be willing to come back and spend another day or two, as there was a lot of foods I didn't get to try, and I also heard a lot of good things about the surrounding neighborhoods like Jordan and Haarlem. I'm not in a hurry to come back though, as the world is huge and there are so many other places I would like to see first. But we'll see what opportunities present themselves and plan accordingly. And with that, it's time to do a speed run through Belgium.